Hey, girl. Hey. So at Taco Bell,
Yes. Yes. Let's get back to our Taco Bell
dear
conversation.
listeners, we were having a conversation before this. And I was like, I got to record this. This is comic gold because it's very important.
It is very important. The Mexican pizza is very important to a
Well,
lot of
so
us.
my Taco Bell order will make you poop real fast. It is a bean burrito and two spicy potato tacos,
Oh my god.
soft tacos. You have
That's
heard
like that's like a Mexican laxative, isn't it?
you have heard of people who like don't have regular digestion who get very upset when they eat a bean burrito because it makes them go to the bathroom, right? Because they don't really have fiber. Yeah, it's a thing, girl. It's a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. When the only fiber you're getting during the week is a bean burrito from Taco Damn Bell.
But
I
there's almost no fibers.
Oh, God. They're so good, though. You just slap that fire sauce on them.
Have you seen they're starting all these new vegan-y kind of, like, putting in beans and a lot of new kinds of, things lately, like a bean quesarito and stuff like that?
So Taco Bell's always been really good about that.
Oh.
Like
Mm.
they're advertising it now because you could have always like done anything with beans at Taco Bell.
Girl, I've always gotten the same 3 items.
Have you ever a soft taco supreme? Oh, I love a soft taco supreme. So dear listeners, I have a mild story. It's I did something semi wrong to my husband. So my husband's vegetarian. So he has
I
the
didn't know
yeah,
that.
well, pescatarian. He'll eat fish.
Okay. Alright, alright.
Well,
He likes some seafood, some fresh
and
tilapia.
no, nobody likes tilapia, and only and only if he's in the United States, because when you go to other countries, sometimes it's hard not to eat meat, right? Girl,
Okay.
we went to Taiwan. It's hard to not find to be vegetarian in Taiwan.
I would think Taiwan would be a very easy place to
No,
have
girl.
seafood
No,
everywhere.
girl. No, no, no. It's beef and pork everywhere. It's
Really?
Chinese. Yes, yes. You're thinking Japanese.
Chinese
It's
pork.
much easier than Japan is in
Oh,
China.
Chinese
Anyway,
pork.
so he
Mm.
he had never ordered a soft taco supreme before, and I, being me, mispronouncing things, I always pronounce it. I would like a supreme. He told me that he was so embarrassed because he ordered it the way I said it. I was like, oh no, oh no. But dear
Oh.
listeners, a supreme just means it has sour cream on it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. I would have loved to have been there when that happened.
Oh, I
Oh,
wasn't.
wow.
Luckily, I was not. It was he was running through the drive-through and I comes home and then that's the I felt so bad because that is so embarrassing.
That is not embarrassing. We have done things that are
Look,
actually
girl,
embarrassing.
some of us are not drag queens.
That's true. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot. I
Ah,
was like, "Girl, I have had my pantyhose literally rolled down to my knees without even realizing it, so I've done some embarrassing things."
girl, I had mine rolled down to my knees, realized it, and didn't care. Did you? Do you not remember how much I stripped in drag?
Yes!
That dress I had that was
I
nothing but
forgot.
aluminum foil.
Did
That
you
that
think I forgot? Did you
that was just it was just aluminum foil wrapped around me. I don't know why I thought it would stain anything.
I literally learned about body positivity from watching you do drag.
Oh Lord.
Honestly, I learned by watching you do drag. Let's be honest.
God bless America.
Those
I
bitches in that club were like, "Is she is where's the rest of her outfit?" I'm like, "That's her outfit."
So speaking of those bitches at that club, the last time I did drag was a memorial show. Okay.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Winnebago, R.I.P. Um, and that's right, y'all. Winnebago. Winnebago.
That was the
Fan,
best name. It's the best name.
fantastic. She used to carry um and but do it to the song I'm not ready to make nice. And she just walk out slowly into a kiddie pool, have a bucket of fake blood, dump it on herself, then play in the kiddie pool and go back out. It was anyway,
Those were the
were the
days.
days. Anyway, so I decided her favorite, like, pop star of all time, she had 2, Stevie Nicks and Lady Gaga. Um, Lady Gaga. So I did Born This Way.
Okay.
Everybody else was doing very sad numbers, and I was like, "This is her last show that she's ever going to see. Why are y'all doing all these tribute numbers to songs that she probably likes, but they aren't, like, feeling her
How many
soul?"
how many people of color were in this show?
1,
They shoulda told all of them, this is not how a homegoing service is supposed to go. Because we don't even call them funeral services, we call them homegoing
you know
services.
what? And that one person didn't.
Mhm.
Anyway, so they were
Lord have
like, "Well,
mercy.
what song you gonna do? What song you gonna do?" I was like, "I'm doing Born This Way." They're like, "Oh, oh, oh. Well, you that's nice. That's nice. That's nice." They came back. The first one made like $7 tip. The second one made like $10 tip. They're like, "They ain't tipping that much out there." So they're like come back a little bit tips. So the tips were going to Winnie as charity. So they're
Right,
like,
there was part of that charity thing.
yeah. So they're like, "Well, this isn't really making that much. We aren't really making that. The crowd's not really feeling it." I get out there and I'm not kidding you, I had my bra on upside down at one point because
What?
I was readjusting something, somehow it got flipped around. I don't know how that happened.
That's
Anyway,
what happens when you don't have your drag puppy.
isn't that true? So I got it readjusted right, and I was putting some fringe on. They're like, "You got that fringe on backwards." I'm like, "Ah, it looks good enough." And they're like, "This is the way the drag here used to be. It did not used to be classy. It used to be white trash, blah, 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 blah." I got out on that stage in my little outfit doing Born This Way,
How much
marching
tips you get?
around with a pride flag on the back of my
There you go.
dress, made $150 damn dollars. People were screaming. Everybody, oh. And the moral of that story is always have fun and drag. Dear listeners,
If they knew what just happened.
this episode is cursed.
Mhm.
I got the blue screen of death.
Yep, yep.
My buffer was full and not in the way I like it. So you know what I think, man. You know what I think.
I think it's time we get into this episode.
This is season 1, episode 7, Lovers and Other Killers. Man, we tried to do this once before, and we made it to page 2 of 12.
We're not stopping. We're not
We are
stopping.
not
I don't
stopping.
care
We're
I
not,
don't care if the buffer comes in. We're gonna just keep on talking until it's done.
and I'll just readjust it later. Thank you for more work, Maim.
You're
So,
welcome. You're welcome.
so we're in a dark home. A dark home. Now, keep in mind, I have not watched this in 4 weeks. So we're in a dark
Wait, you
home.
didn't rewatch it again?
Why would I do that? I've got a
Oh,
pretty good
Lord.
memory. And
Okay.
my notes may or may not gotten out of line. You'll have to correct me if they are. You won't know.
Lord,
It'll be
oh,
fun.
Lord.
Did you
Here we
watch
go.
it again?
Yes, actually, I did.
Oh, well, good for you. You are actually you understood the assignment. You understood the assignment,
I'm a good student. That's 'cause I'm
just
a
like
good
those Facebook
student.
TikToks are telling me. There's a robbery.
There is a robbery.
There's an old woman who staggers in. She staggers in and she staggers in. She's wearing some pearls and she notices this music box has been opened. See, this isn't in my notes. I've got a good memory. She's like playing with the music box a little bit,
Mhm,
fondling the music
mhm.
box, and death by pearls.
Yes. I mean, I can't think of a better way to go, really.
No, 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 by fake pearls. By fake pearls.
Oh my god,
Um,
I had on a pair of pink fake pearls last week when I did my show,
uh-huh.
and they were, super cheap, And by the time I finished the night, I had a
Mhm.
pink ring around my neck.
You know what I used to like to wear as a necklace?
What?
I used to always go and buy cheap belts, like metal belts.
Oh,
Like my favorite necklace was a heart belt
look at
that
you.
yeah, and it would go, like, below my belly button, and I'd, like, wrap it in 2 around, have just all these
Ooh,
hearts everywhere. Oh, yeah.
Lord,
So,
girl.
ladies of a certain size out there, if you happen to be the size of a 40-year-old fat man, you could use a belt for a necklace,
Oh, but only then.
but only
Only
so now
then.
we're in Seattle's airport,
Yes. This is
and
gonna be I'm very excited. So I think that Jessica, I think this is a good one just because of like the locale.
yes,
She getting out of Maine again. She's doing her
she's
thing.
never in Maine. So,
She's gonna be a Maine for the next one.
well, thank goodness I haven't watched that one either. Don't
Oh
ruin it for me,
Lord. I'm
please.
fine. I'm not fine.
God, I swear. So we see Jessica with an old friend. Wait, no, we don't see Jessica yet. We see what? 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 There's a man waiting for Jessica, and then she goes up to meet him, and it's
Yes.
her old friend Edmund. Look, y'all, struggle bus, Santa Claus the movie. We're getting it done in record time. Okay.
Struggle bus. Struggle
Ah,
bus.
God. She's carrying a little Chinese baby as she
Mm-hmm.
comes off. And like she talks to the nun, she hands the baby back to the nuns and speaks fluent Chinese to them
Fluent.
as Edmund goes, Sayonara. And Jessica's like, they're Chinese, not Japanese.
And if I remember Whiteman from the 80s, he didn't really care.
No, no, not at all. Not at all. Not I mean, case in point, reference Donald Trump.
Yep. There you
Yep.
go. He
Yep.
doesn't care.
Nope. Ugh. So we find out Jessica is giving a talk,
Mhm.
and Edmund is the dean of students in a university.
Do, do, do.
Yes, I know. I know. And then we meet Amelia. She is Dr. Gerard's secretary.
Oh, boy.
She may or may not love him a lot. Oh my God, I will say I love you, Edmund. You so high. You did that old man thing. I really like you. Oh.
Oh, boy. This is gonna be a day.
Look, we're flying through it though faster than we ever have before.
That's true, actually. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. Yeah, you're right. That's true.
Don't stop me now, man. It's
No,
like
we're good. We're
it's
good.
like the end of that Santa Claus thing where I was ready to finish it. We finished that what should have been a 45-minute episode in 29 minutes.
Yep, no, we're good. You're good. I'm got you.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
You got me.
Yes.
You got me, boo. I got you,
I
boo.
got you, boo.
And we got each other, boo.
Oh, Lord. Our poor listeners.
Oh, speaking of dear listeners, we have a Patreon.
Yes, we do. We
You
actually do,
know,
yes.
it's patreon.com/ you slay me pod.
Slay me.
Not you slay me pod, you slay me.
Just
Throw us some bones. I throw in a link to our PayPal. If you want to throw us some money there, we thank you for your dear support. Anyway, we find out that Jess needs a secretary
That's right.
and that Frank and Edmund, who is her old husband, used to be really
Mhm.
good friends.
Mhm.
And Frank always used to tell her that she picked the wrong one. Edmund says the same thing. So,
I know. That's a lot. I mean, I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot of, like, lost connections over the course of this show with a lot of older men. Just call it a hunch.
I mean, Angela Lansbury is one hot.
Gilf.
I was going to say pootie tang.
What? Both are applicable. They're both
I mean, Mrs. Potts does it for me. Woo,
Oh
baby.
god. I
Tale
mean,
as old as time,
she
baby.
did it for
Tell
somebody, right? She has that little teacup.
that was her nephew.
Oh, that was her
Yeah, it
nephew?
wasn't her son.
Oh, I don't
No, that was her
girl,
nephew
I
or
haven't watched that movie in so long. I don't
Tale as
remember.
old as time.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
So now we're at a hotel at night.
Yes. Ooh, spooky, spooky.
Ooh. And David Tolliver's at the door.
Yes.
Buff, sexy David
Ooh,
Tolliver.
sexy for the '80s, sexy for the '90s, not so much for the
Not
2000s,
so
but, you
much
know.
for today. The greatest hits of the 80s, 90s, and that's about it. I
But
mean,
it's so weird though, right? Because as we're watching it, you know, there's that kid inside that's like, you knew that this guy was considered, like, peak hunk in the
oh,
'80s.
oh, you don't think he's hot in some of these scenes?
He's alright looking. He
I mean, I guess he's not old enough for you.
that has nothing to do with it. Gosh darn it.
Maybe you need somebody a little more Edmund's age. Actually, what is Jessica's mumbly houseman's name?
Oh, Ethan?
Yeah, is that your type?
You better stop with that.
You want you some
Oh my god,
Ethan?
I don't like you right now. I don't ew, no, don't do that. Don't do
Okay, no, sorry. That means he's
don't
a
do that.
killer.
No.
Ethan is not a killer. Ethan is not a killer unless it's killing your love
Oh, yeah, it's killing
or
that
your
pootie tang.
butthole.
Killing
One of the
that pootie
two.
tang.
Okay, where are we at
What?
in this? So David wants to be her secretary,
Yes,
and
yes.
we find out that David can type.
Yes, very
Jessica's
efficiently.
Jessica's like, I would feel more comfortable with a much older woman.
Yes.
And David wrote it all down in shorthand, and she's like, well, I guess that's okay. And as he's leaving, he throws some shade on her writing, and it's like, Jesus, David, way to treat your new employer right.
I know. Oh, you know what? I actually just looked up David Tolliver, like, from back then.
Uh huh.
Honestly,
Uh huh.
honestly, I
Honestly.
if David Tolliver then, based on this picture, and
Uh huh.
appeared now and, like, he could be a TikTok star. Like, those young people would be they'd be
Yeah.
into him. I just sent
Well,
you a picture. They'd be into him.
let me see. Let me see what it looks like.
'Cause he
Hopefully, hope. Ooh, girl,
yeah, they'd be into
you
him.
done already done had mine.
Yeah, they'd be into him now.
Look,
So,
see,
yeah, so
he's so even for the '80s, he's got that little vein on his
oh, yeah, no,
arm
that's
and
what I mean, like,
everything.
he was, like, physically ahead of his time,
So
technically,
you
in
know who he
terms of
kind of
that.
looks like in that picture, but an uglier version of it. Did you ever see my favorite rom com, Under the Tuscan Sun?
No.
You've never seen Under the Tuscan Sun with Diane Lane?
The answer is no.
Dear listeners,
Jeez.
why has Babe not ever watched the Sandra Oh
I
and
I
Diane Lane
I mean, I don't
essay,
know.
Under the Tuscan Sun?
I don't know.
I'm gonna need you to rectify that as soon as possible because it is the most white movie. But it's a very feel good movie. Like you just feel watching it, you're like, oh, this is beautiful. Like
Aw.
it's like the scenes, like it's
Yeah.
just Italy and the rolling hills and a bunch of hot guys.
I mean, you know how I am about I've never been a romantic comedy kind of person.
I mean, maybe you'd like this one. Sandra Oh plays a lesbian.
Ooh, I love some Sandra Oh, though.
I know. God, David Tolliver, quit staring at me. Anyway,
I am a Sandra Oh lesbian.
I only watched the first season of Killing Eve, so don't ruin it for me.
I haven't watched that yet because I
You haven't
thought that
watched Killing Eve?
hold
First
on,
season's so good.
calm down.
Did you watch Hacks yet?
No. Um,
Okay,
so
so we're at the lecture. I'm ignoring
you're
you
just
now.
ignoring me now. You're like,
Well,
I don't think
anything you
about you
have to
anymore.
say is unimportant at
No,
this
it's I
moment.
no, because I was going to, but, Mr. Mame, I was trying to do it with him, and we never can find, like, the right time to do it, so I'm just gonna do it on my own. So
That's fine.
that's
That's fine.
I
That's
made that
fine.
decision when she won that Golden Globe the other night. I was like, I have to watch
Oh,
this.
because you watched the Golden Globes.
I didn't watch the Golden Globes. I read the Golden Globes because there was
As they were
something.
being poorly tweeted at the time.
I didn't even watch the live tweet. I just read it later. I was like, oh,
Uh,
okay. I
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
I like doing it like this.
Yeah, you know what? They got rid of the one thing about the Golden Globes that made the Golden Globes good: bribery. They
Yeah,
actually changed their like rules to get rid of bribery.
they did.
It's why would you do that? That's what made like yes, the racism and all that part, but those the most racist thing is those black people won't be bribed now.
Which ones?
The
The new
foreign
ones that
press.
the new ones that got
Yes,
included.
yes,
Of
they
course, they got rid of the bribery as soon as they
exactly,
brought in the black voting members.
exactly.
Of course
Where
you
is their
did.
bank?
Of
Like,
course you did.
yeah, Pia Zadora would like to have a word with you.
Pia Zadora is very concerned now about her comeback career.
So we are at a lecture that Jessica's giving. And I don't know if you noticed this, but in the background, as she's giving, as they're panning across all the students, and
Okay.
I even remember what this person looked like. They looked like a sheepdog. They had this hair. It was like a Kathy character. That
Okay.
had the way the hair was shaped.
Now I have to go rewatch it
Or
again.
maybe it's like a Dilbert. It's like the HR Dilbert
That
woman
lady from
that's got
Dilbert.
yes. That she's just sitting there, but it's like it's brown up top and blonde at the bottom.
Oh
You
man.
can't miss this. It is so bad. And she's sitting there like this. Dear listeners, I had my eyes bugged out just sort of staring at me.
What's
It
wrong
is
with
some
you?
acting. We
On
meet
both your parts.
thank you. We meet to where's my gold globe. I can't do anything
You
about it.
can't do it. You can't bribe anybody.
I can't bribe anybody. I wouldn't know who to bribe anyway.
Somebody.
Oh my god, I've talked a lot the past few minutes. Let's keep this thing going, y'all. So we meet Todd Leary, who's with the English department. He thanks her.
Yes. Oh,
And
Todd Leary.
and then in the background there's a student waiting on him. A nice
Mhm.
young
Yeah.
hot
Oh,
woman.
yeah. A little pretty
And
girl.
and
Yeah.
he leaves with her. And then Jessica turns to Edmund and said, "Is that his wife?" And he's like, "Who are you talking about?" Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind. Okay. Whew. And scene and
You're so
start scene.
I love it. I love that this particular broadcast is getting interspersed with replays of the actual moments as well. It's like you're like, "We were gonna talk about it," be like, "You know what? I'm actually gonna do some reenactments too, because why not?
Wait.
I've made time by speaking faster, so let's fill in that time. We're gonna get to that 45 minutes somehow."
We're at 20. No, this one usually goes around an hour.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, this one usually goes close to an hour.
That's almost as long as an episode.
And the thing is, baking sugar, dear listeners, our Deciding Women podcast goes for about an hour. We talk for about an hour.
I think maybe we could figure out some way to tighten it. I don't know.
People, I mean, we have a few
We have
listeners.
thousands of downloads in this point, so
Yeah, I
somebody's
don't know.
enjoying
I
this.
still don't exactly know what that
It doesn't
means.
matter. We'll just
It's
keep
it's
saying
ki-
thousands of downloads.
it's kind of like COVID infections. What does that really mean? Like what? Yes, if everybody has it, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows where? Who goes there? Worst song from Rent. Anyway, we're back at the hotel.
You are slowly descending into madness, just FYI.
It's getting closer to 10, and that is my bedtime.
I know.
My CPAP is waiting on me. with, with its nice. Oh God! I just, oh God, I can't even.
I
Oh
hate you so
no!
much.
Oh my God! The first night, so I've gone through like 12 different kinds of masks already.
Really?
You have to figure out which one works for you. And I had this one I could not get fitted correctly. And like I fell asleep. It was fine when I fell asleep. I turned a little bit. This is when I first got it. And girl, it was like a hurricane was on my face, just all this air. And like I'm swatting it at night, trying to fix it. Oh God. I emailed them the next day. I was like, is it normal for that much air to come out? And they're like, well, out of the valve. Yes. I'm like, no, 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 no. This was the entire mask was like levitating over my face. Like spewing air at me. They didn't know how to handle me.
Bitch, it was
So we're
repelled.
back.
It was repulsed by you. It
It
was
was repulsed.
what?
Now we're back in the hotel. Oh God. See, the baking sugar people don't get this because
Because then
I'm
we get
real
the Sunday.
tired.
We're not the same on a Sunday afternoon.
Exactly. Which
Oh,
we're getting snow Sunday. Isn't that exciting?
oh no,
Oh yeah.
we're getting 70-degree weather. It's the same as all winter, really.
So Daniel's in the hotel
Hey Daniel, how you
and he's
doing?
like, do you want to go to dinner with me? You
Ooh,
pay.
of course.
She's like, fine. So they go to dinner, and Daniel says he doesn't like girls his own age. He prefers a much more mature woman.
Mature. Literally.
Yes.
Literally. Like,
Yes.
Daniel doesn't just prefer a richer woman. Daniel has skipped mature and gone into the wise. like that's what he
Well,
should.
she just,
I prefer wise women. That would have made more sense because
yes,
mature is like
I
30,
I prefer one
35.
of the 3 witches from Macebeth is what I prefer. Double,
Oh god.
double toil and trouble, baby
Oh
girl.
my gosh.
So, we're back at the hotel,
Yeah.
and we find out that Daniel has a really nice car.
Like much nicer than any
Wait,
grad
wait!
student should have.
Wait, wait. Lieutenant Daniel shows up.
What?
He's black.
Yes, hey, Mrs. Daniels. How
He
you
wants
is?
to bring Daniel in for questioning.
Oh no.
Alison Bavard's been killed.
Did Daniel know her?
Yes. Yes, we don't know how or why yet.
Ooh, I bet I know because Daniel likes the mature.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Alison Bavard was the woman from the beginning that we saw strangled, but we don't find that out for a hot second.
We
But
don't find out her name. We don't find out
spoiler alert!
none of that
Spoiler alert!
information.
Bitch was killed with pearls. Anyway.
How many gays have died by a pearl necklace? Oh,
Oh, that is you know what a pearl necklace is? I don't know. You're innocent sometimes.
I do
I
know
don't.
that one.
Okay, I don't roll your eyes at me. I don't know what you know. I don't know what your big sisters taught you. No, that came out very wrong.
She didn't teach me nothing, girl. She didn't teach me nothing. She didn't
I
teach
don't know
me.
what your ex taught you, or
Oh,
your ex's slave, or was he the slave?
I don't.
Anyway,
Let's not get into that. Let's just not get into that part of this whole conversation. Let's just not do that. Let's just not do
oh
that.
God. So David is released from the police, but
Yes.
he's being tailed on the way back to the hotel.
Oh, those cops, they're always on somebody's tail.
Yes, they are. So the next day at breakfast, uh, Jess is searching for the lieutenant. Like
Yes.
she went to the police office, he's not there. So she goes across the street to this little like luncheonette, finds him in there. She finds out that David got gifts and money from Alison Brevard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, Allison, what were you doing, girl?
I will getting that David D. Is what she was.
I
I mean, do we
no.
ever see David's D in anything?
Oh, speak. So, all right. So
Uh-huh.
this is a fun fact. So,
Okay.
although neither one of us really had these entertainment sources when we were this age,
Uh-huh.
shortly after his TV stint of like these kind of guest starring roles and
Uh-huh.
everything, He actually is one of the people chiefly responsible for Skinamax.
Oh, mercy.
Like, he formed a production studio, and they essentially made, like, a lot of the movies that got sent over, like, in the early '90s,
Mhm.
and he starred in a few of them.
What do you see his penis?
I
That's the
never
question.
see any of them. I was just doing some research when I found all that out. Because it was, like, tearing at me. I was like, "Why does this guy look so familiar?"
It was staring at
Well,
you.
no, because like, you see a person's face.
Uh,
Not like that.
uh,
It ain't like that.
uh,
You see a person's It's really not like that. You see a person's face and you can't really figure out why you know them. Because I was like, "I don't know this guy from anything else." And so I went to go look through and I was like, "Oh my god." Like, he had all those stupid Skinamax movies. Really? Really?
with that big cock.
Isn't it Oh my god. Isn't it weird though when you think about it now, like, what people used to think of as, like, the most, like, risque on television things is literally just, like, TV now.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
it's just it's just T
I mean,
I was
I don't know. Hold on here. There was that one Skinamax thing in that porn that we both had a copy of that we got from that
that
person in
wasn't a
high school.
Skinamax, that was like a full on
No,
that
no,
was like
not that one. The one that with the dude who was completely clothed, but
I
he
don't
was like
remember.
jerking at the window
Oh,
with
I
the
don't
woman
remember.
and the woman on the other side was touching herself. You could see the woman, you couldn't see the guy.
I forgot all of that stuff.
You don't remember these things? I bet you I
No.
still have that video somewhere.
I forgot all that stuff back when I was your broker.
I didn't like these people.
I know that.
I still don't like these people.
Uh, I mean, that's why none of them were our friends at all.
No, I mean they were nice and well,
They were nice enough. I will say this, they weren't bullies, but they weren't really, like,
one of them
friends,
was.
well, a couple of them were
A
bullies
couple
in
of them
that
were.
in that circle, but the ones that we got along with, they weren't particularly like, they were
And
fine with us.
one of them turned into a bully as he got older and turned into his reverend son.
Bleh,
Um, hmm, you know
bleh.
what I'm talking about, don't you?
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm,
Anyway,
mhm.
anyway, so we're at the hotel. Jessica notices that her papers are out of order
Exactly,
in her
Jessica girl.
briefcase, and David let him in, let
Ooh,
himself in.
how I'm sorry, that's very presumptuous on his part, is it not?
He just told the housekeeper that the housekeeper just let him in. And Jessica was like, "No, no, David. No, no. Do not do that again, please. Do not do that again. Do not do that again." He's like, "I'm so
Especially now that she knows how he operates.
yes." So we find out at this point that David really wanted to explain himself to Jessica. We find out
Mhm.
that Allison wrote him a check um to pay for school because he was in like it was the last payment for school and they became very good friends.
Yeah, very good friends.
Well, not like that apparently.
Mhm.
Not like that apparently. Excuse me, I've turned down my heat. It's a little bit warm and I've got a nest, so give me just a second.
No, sorry.
Jessica,
I was like, "What's
Jessica,
happening?" I was like, "You're so distracted. What are you distracted by right now?"
look, I'm old. Jessica kicks David out as like, do not let yourself in again, David.
And
Rude.
David was probably not even like, "You can't let me in for," like, "Burp, burp, 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 burp."
Well, she doesn't want burp, 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 burp.
I know, 'cause she's got Edmund on the mind now.
No, she
Ugh.
does not.
I think she secretly has a thing for him.
I don't think so, but we'll get to that at the end of this episode. Why are we talking about that now?
We're not stalking.
So, so Edmund and Jessica have a talk,
Yes.
and Edmund thinks David is guilty. Jessica does not. And like we're back in the office, and David's saying he's not guilty, he's not guilty. So Jessica's like, he's what the hell are these words? What shish words? He's a con man,
Right.
but he's not. He's definitely not and maybe a liar, but definitely not a killer. He can still work for me.
Which I thought was a a ringing endorsement.
Yeah, like, I mean, look, con men can get some work done, yo.
No, it's true, actually. Con men are, I mean, I come from con
I
men.
would have locked up my the novel I was working on so he couldn't steal it. That's what I would be afraid of.
But isn't he helping her, like, write it? He's doing, like, her
Oh,
dictation, right, or
how
something?
exactly is he doing her dictation?
Dictation. Ooh.
Ooh, chicken wow wow, brown chicken, brown cow. Oh, so we're at the hotel, and a girl calls Jess. It's like, meet me at the abandoned warehouse
Because,
by the docks.
right, because that's a thing. That's a thing that we do.
And then you pan out and you learn that this girl's name is Lila.
Yes.
She's married to Jack. They're getting a divorce. Jack
Mhm.
doesn't want one, and Jack's an asshole.
Jack is, like, such a jerk.
So now we're back. Oh, and to bring it all back around, Lila is the girl the English professor was waiting
That's
for
right.
in the
She was that
background.
the hot co-ed.
God, she's not Kelly Kapowski hot.
She's not Kelly Kapowski hot, actually.
Like
Yeah.
at this time of and age, everybody would be like
She's like she's like
Kelly Kapowski.
she's like, Belinda Carlisle hot at that point. She's
God,
of that.
Linda fucking Carlisle. Why you gotta bring her back up after we have to listen to the It's Christmas time?
She has a lot more songs besides that.
What is her main song?
Belinda Carlisle?
Yeah,
Is it
do it. Like,
Isn't it
Precious Dawn.
mad about you, right? I'm mad about you, you're mad about me, babe. That one? That was like her big '80s song.
I don't know.
I know we were just children, so it's and you
I
weren't
mean,
technically that
I
was back when we were like
know.
Magic
I know.
96.1.
I think we're alone
That's
now. There
Tiffany.
doesn't seem to be anyone else. Same time frame. I know that one. I don't know any Belinda Carlisle.
Okay, well, okay, chill out. Chill out.
I,
But remember, Belinda Carlisle wasn't appealing to our demographic. Tiffany was appealing to our demographic.
I know some Melissa Manchester.
Girl, that's because you're homosexual. That's because you're homosexual.
Don't cry out
Oh, we
Yeah.
all know that one, girl. We all
God, that's
everybody screamed that in the shower once or twice.
girl. Wow, they're masturbating. So we're at the
What? No. Why do you keep bringing
ladies.
why do you keep bringing up masturbation today? What's happening?
God, I need to take care of a few things. That's what's going
Something's wrong with you right now.
So we're at the warehouse, and a car drives off as Jessica walks in. She looks around.
Mhm.
Lila's dead.
Ah!
And David was the prime suspect.
Ugh, David just cannot keep his hands out of all of these
I
pies.
know, I know, I know. He never left. What does that mean? I don't know what
What?
that means. But I have a note that says he never left! Exclamation point. But
Is that his alibi? That must be his alibi, right? Was that his alibi for why he didn't kill her? Something like that.
hold on here. So we're at the interview, and we find out that David has been seeing Lila.
Yes.
And Lila was with him the entire night of that what's her doodle old woman was killed.
The old lady. But now
Old
Lila's
lady.
dead, so
And Jack is crazy. It was probably Jack that killed him. Next page. So hold on, which one's okay, good. So we got hopefully we're in the right order. Wait, am I missing a page?
Oh Lord have mercy.
Do we go to the office immediately after this?
I think that's when we go to the I think that's the office part because that's when the secretary starts getting involved, right?
Okay, so now we're at the office.
Yeah.
And Amelia's annoyed. She's like, "Hey, how you doing, Jess?" And Jessica's like, "No, I don't want Edmund, but you should tell him I'm on your side, and you should tell him that you want to do that D. Oh, yes, you do. Don't lie to me, Amelia. You want that old wrinkly D in you. So
Oh,
Jessica gives him the advice, gives her the advice of just tell him how you feel.
because that's that works, I guess.
Never, never, unless you know it could just make things real complicated,
Yes,
especially when you're a secretary. Unless you're the secretary in the Maggie Gyllenhaal sort of way, and then it's kind of okay.
I guess. I don't know. Man, that was a weird movie.
I never saw it. I
It's
do love James Spader, but I do not want to see him any kind of sexy. Sexy. So now we're at the swim club,
Yes.
and
Ooh,
we
the
see a
swim club.
tight, tight Speedo
It's
on Jack. Like, you could see little Jack in there.
I literally was like, "I miss the '80s."
Like, this would not have been shown today. There was
No.
there was
N
too much penis in that
no,
top.
they wouldn't have actually shown it because back then, like, you weren't even technically supposed to even be paying attention to it, so it wasn't a big deal because that's just how swimmers looked.
Yeah.
But now, oof.
So Jack is like, "No, no, I'm over her. Yes, I got angry, but I'm over her." And Lila and David, they were just friends. But it could have been Professor Lowry. Shouldn't you be going to that lecture right now?
What? Oh my god, I'm late!
So she runs as fast as she can in her velour
Thank goodness that she jogs every day.
every day. And she starts giving the lecture. And she's like, "Today we're going to do something different.
Yes. Yes.
I want you to put yourselves in the shoes of the murderer."
Murderer.
And then she likes starts asking questions about things, and she's like, goes discreetly grills Lowry. Is like, okay, maybe not
Discreetly.
discreetly, but like,
It's like, "Girl,
and
if
what
that's
would your
discreet."
alibi be? And what would your alibi be? But what would your alibi be? And he's like getting uncomfortable and oh, oh,
Not
oh,
suspicious at all.
oh, 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 it wasn't me, Jessica. But do you want it to be me, Jessica?
It can be me, Jessica, it can be me. We'll just say it.
So we're at the hotel, and there's a note on the fridge. Jess, call from Professor Lowry. Urgent. Confidential. Meet him at the office.
Mhm.
Okay? So Jess goes to the office. It's dark. Real dark.
So dark.
She starts looking around. She's heading up the stairs.
Dun, dun,
Professor
dun.
Lowry's. She's pushing
Dun,
down the
dun.
stairs.
Ah!
David is there to rescue her.
Oh, but did he also push her?
Well,
We
we
don't
don't
know.
know. We don't know. So Jess is released from the hospital. It's all fine,
Yeah, she
right?
was fine.
Like
I fell
they,
down a flight of stairs. I'm fine. It's
yeah,
fine.
like they spent literally 2 seconds on this old woman getting her hip replaced.
Osteoporosis, what's that?
She
Right?
must use Pearl cream.
Pearl cream and Boniva.
Oh goodness. So we find out that David may have done it because Lila was with Edmund the night of Allison's death.
Mhm.
What?
Exactly. It's all I mean,
What? What?
don't like it.
What?
Mhm. It's getting real now.
Uh huh. So we also find out at breakfast that David admitted having Lila call her to set up the 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 little meeting
Yep.
so that she could cover for David, right? To set up an alibi for David.
Literally. Good gracious. This episode is a lot of like people being persuaded to do things for other people kind of episode.
And we find out that Edmund started having an affair with Lila, meeting at the Lumberjack Inn. And
Mhm.
they were together on the night of the murder, and a dark blue car nearly ran them off the road.
See that mess? Mhm.
See that mess. That, dear listeners, has been this episode of You Slay Me.
We have a new title for the series.
Anyway,
Oh.
God. What I'm gonna have to remember that. That was at the 45-minute mark. I need to get that exact quote on a shirt. I need to start writing these down as they happen.
You should have a Post-it beside the computer every time we do
Oh God, where are we at?
that.
So we're back at school. Jess approaches Lowry, and he made up with his wife. And Jessica's like, "Well, there's a blue sedan outside. Is it yours?" He's
Mhm.
like, "No, no, I drive a yellow station wagon."
Oh.
So it was not Lowry and his seasoning.
How did we not make that joke yet until just now? When I was watching it, that was, like, the first thing I thought
I
about. Then we
know, I know, I
Oh my
know, I
god.
know. We probably did last time when we talked about the
Oh,
Lowry's.
yeah,
Did I talk?
before
Did I talk to you about the Lowry's chicken like restaurant already?
Yes, that's
Okay,
what happened, that's what happened. We had talked about it before it crashed and burned.
the first time,
The
not the
first
last time for the second time.
The first time I ever saw your face.
So we're back at campus.
Yes.
The lieutenant tells Jessica David was released. Allison's murder was actually just a murder. Like it was
Mhm.
just the a random person who was out of jail who was robbing her, got scared, and killed her by pearls.
Yes.
So we're back at the hotel, and David is there, and I have written right here, Pecs. He's wearing, if I remember correctly, a bright pink shirt.
Yes.
They have the lighting on him to
Yeah,
make him look intimidating
yeah.
and very hot. Like
I
you
mean,
can see his pecs, you can see his arms.
'cause
He is,
he's of that build from back then that he is the man that polo shirts were designed for. Like, literally, like, that
yeah,
type of man, that's the frame. Whenever you see other people wear polo shirts, you're like, "It
yeah,
doesn't look that good." It's because polos were designed for very
yep,
athletic swimmers build white men.
yep, yep. So David asks for forgiveness. Jessica's very uncomfortable. And then he's like, David says, "You know, the person who called, I left that note because the person who called." And Jessica was like, "Well, was it a man?" He's like, I don't, I don't remember.
Curious.
Jess figures it out.
Click.
She got it. So Jess goes to the office and she talks to Amelia. You know, David's getting ready to be arrested. Oh, I always liked him. He was such a good boy. There's no way you could possibly do this. I don't know what you're talking about. Blah, blah, blah. And Amelia, you know the lumberjack in. I have no idea what you're talking about. And you have a blue sedan. And everybody else does too. And you handle his money, so you know everything. What? What? So we find out I pushed that bitch down the stairs. And I killed him because she was sleeping with him, and I couldn't handle it. Oh my god, I love you. And Edmund hears it all and was like, I didn't even know you loved me.
You old woman, you?
You old cow.
How dare
S
you
how
profess love for me
dare
when I
you?
have co-eds on my dick?
How dare you murder my co-ed? Like, how dare you? That was the 3rd best sex I've had in a decade
Now I have to find another co-ed.
to be the 4th best sex I've had in a decade. So we're at the airport,
Oh.
and David, because it's the '80s, is allowed pass ticketing and into the actual,
Yes,
like
girl, right? I was like, "Oh my gosh, pre nine
yes.
11. It was wild times."
Yes, and, like, David professes her his love
Like, he really goes in this time.
and, like, hands her teddy bear,
Yeah.
and he's like, "The only thing I'm guilty of is caring." And Jess is like, "You
If David
got
actually sounded like that, he would be a lot less hot.
he would be a homosexual." The Jessica, I just cared a lot.
The
My
only thing
god,
I'm guilty of is caring too much.
Jess, Jesus Christ, I want Amelia to live. I wanted Jack to die. I don't know. But he looks real good in that Speedo,
No,
didn't
he does. It looks real
girl?
he does yeah, he actually did. Yeah, I thought so
Oh,
too.
that's what I thought. Anyway, so Jess is like, you know what? You may end up being a character in our books. David's like, will I be a victim, a suspect, or a killer? Jessica, I'm not sure yet. And then it backs off in this like David weird stare look.
Because that's the thing that makes him not attractive. He has that very weird stare that creeps you
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's not like character stuff. That's the man. That guy has a very creepy stare.
Do 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 do
I
do
really hope that our listeners at least listen to one episode of Baking Sugar so that they get you doing that. Oh.
Oh, well, my God, man, we made it in
We
51
did.
minutes so
We
far.
did. Look at that.
I
Mazel
know,
tov.
right?
Mazel
Mazel
tov.
tov. And it's not even 9 yet.
Oh
Oh
my god,
my
you'll have time for
God.
hot cocoa before you go to
No,
bed.
I can't drink that. That's too much sugar too close to bed. I'll be wired like
You'll have time for some
chamomile
unsweet
tea.
tea. Okay, there you go.
Chamomile tea. Maybe some cheese. What?
No, it's just
I'm
like
German. I can eat lactose. As they say, don't get it twisted, girl.
I mean, I'm not. It was just caught me off guard. It was just the way you
Oh,
it's caught me
God.
off guard.
So do you think Jess wanted Edmund?
I think that, you know, I think that Jess would have been open to a relationship with Edmund, but Edmund, I think, has gotten a taste for co-ed meat, and I don't think
I completely disagree. I do not think she liked him at all.
Oh,
Like
well,
I got he was being put in the friend corner real fast, real hard.
that's true, actually, like, she kind of I did think it was cool, though. I mean, I know that you're not really, like, a super old TV kind of person, but I did think
I
it was
like some old TV.
not all old TV, but, like, I did think it was cool, though,
I
that
watched Dragnet.
Edmund and the detective were old castmates on, Mission Impossible.
Oh, yes, that's
Um,
true.
so I thought that was really cool because, like, that's kinda like one thing that you'll probably hear a lot on this show is, like, us talking about the tendrils of, like, old actors that used to be big because sometimes these episodes will treat people like they're a big deal, and you're not really you as the listeners might not be sure why
It's true.
that's the thing.
It's like an
So
episode of The Nanny where random people come on and the crowd lose their mind clapping. You're like, "Who is this?" And you Google it, they were on, like, a soap opera in the mid-90s. You're like, "I don't this
or the
person was on, like"
mid-70s, girl, the
or the
mid
mid-70s. God.
I
Ugh.
mean, that's the cool thing about '80s stuff though, is like, it was literally like everybody from the '60s and '70s,
Yep.
they just kept popping up and you're like, "Oh, I think this is a big deal."
So, Maine, we forgot to tell the dear listeners in our intro because it kept screwing up,
Yes.
that we have another podcast coming out.
I hate when you do that, I don't know why. Every time you do that to words, I don't know. It's too much for me every time. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Every time you do a new one, it just catches me off guard. Oh.
Anyway, it's called Where's Dorothy?
Where's Dorothy?
And we're going to start watching The Golden Palace,
Mhm.
which is the sequel to The Golden Girls
Is it
on
a sequel?
Hulu.
I call it more of a spinoff.
It just started this week.
Mhm.
It is a sequel because they take Blanche takes her money and buys the Golden Palace.
I know, I know.
And Dorothy, if I remember correctly, was even in the first episode.
Yeah, because she's, like, doing her goodbyes.
Yes, yes, dear
It was
listeners,
it was probably in her
it's
contract, I bet.
it's also got Cheech Marin. It's also
Mhm.
got Don Cheadle.
Mhm. And
It's uh-huh.
it has a lot of issues.
It does. It does. Dear listeners, it's not a good show, but why don't you watch it with us?
Yes. It's gonna be
It's
on
only
Hulu.
it's only 24 episodes. I mean,
Mhm.
it's only 12 hours of your life you'll never get back.
Yep.
Think about the other things you binge. Plus, you get to listen to an hour of us talking about it. So that's 36 hours of your life you'll never get back.
I mean,
Doesn't that sound
may
really?
maybe it might be 45 minutes. Maybe.
But probably not. Actually, maybe because we're gonna record it directly after baking sugar.
Yes, and we're gonna be exhausted.
I mean, we already are.
Yes, but, like, that's true.
So, babe, what as we reach minute 56:32,
Yes.
why don't you tell these dear listeners where the hell they can find you?
Totes. So you can find me on social media at
Just say
Auntie
totes.
at Auntie.Maim. That's MAIM. Because I have murderous intentions. You can find me on what is it? Those are yeah, I have the same candle on both, so whatever. Also, if I'm lazy, if you just happen to be on vacation in sunny South Florida, you can catch me every other weekend at Villain Theater in Miami, and every Thursday night I host amazing colossal karaoke at a bar in Miami Beach called Kill Your Idol. How about you, Mims?
Memes?
I was trying to do that thing you do, but I'm not as good at it.
It doesn't work when you're talking about somebody's name. Like, what would I call you?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Anyway, it could work. I will train you. I will train you, you
Thank you, Obi-Wan. Thank you.
Oh, you just called me Ewan McGregor, and I am living for it.
I mean,
Anyway,
close enough. Close enough.
yeah, well, yeah, same age. Um, where am I at with this? Oh, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. You can find this podcast at You Slay Me Pod on Twitter.
Mhm.
And dear friends, patriots, listeners, patriots, no,
No.
dear listeners, we also have a Patreon. That's where that was going. You can find it at You Slay Me on Patreon. Um, I think we've talked enough. What do you think, May?
I think that my epiglottis is a bit swollen, so I would agree.
Jesus Christ. Just say goodnight, May.
Good night, Mame.
Bye, y'all.